Today, we're diving into a problem that, let's be honest, probably affects every single one of us. It's this feeling that we're swimming in information, articles, videos, podcasts, but we're not actually retaining any of it. We're consuming more than ever, but are we really learning?
You know that feeling, right? You spend an hour going down a rabbit hole online. You close the tab, and poof, it's gone. You can't recall the main points or even what it was really about. That's the trap of passive consumption, and it leaves us feeling full of information, but empty of actual knowledge.
And here's why that happens. It all comes down to a major imbalance. We've gotten really good at passive consumption. You know, the scrolling, the highlighting, the endless bookmarking. But real learning, the kind that actually sticks with you, that comes from active creation. It's about doing something with what you take in, writing about it, practicing it, connecting it to other ideas.
So in this explainer, we're going to lay out a roadmap to fix this. We'll start with the illusion of learning, then we'll introduce a simple but powerful rule called the 80-20 principle. After that, we'll give you an active learning toolkit, and finally, we'll talk about the real payoff, going from just knowing things to truly mastering them. Okay, let's get into it.
First things first, we have to understand the mental traps that trick us into thinking we're learning when we're really just spinning our wheels. These biases are sneaky, and they keep us stuck in that passive loop. So first up is the illusion of competence. I think we've all been here. It's that feeling when you recognize a topic, so you think you understand it deeply. But really, that information is just camping out in your short-term memory, about to pack its bags and leave. You feel confident, but it's a false confidence because the knowledge isn't really yours yet.
And then there's this one, the collector's fallacy. Oh man, this is the modern condition, isn't it? We save hundreds of articles, we buy books we never read, we bookmark countless websites, and we feel productive. We feel like we're building a library of knowledge. But collecting isn't learning. It's just digital hoarding. Your library gets bigger, but your brain doesn't.
Okay, so if just consuming more stuff is a trap, how do we get out? Well, it starts with a really simple but kind of radical shift in how you think about your time.
The answer is rooted in a concept you've probably heard of, the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule. You know, the idea that 80% of your results often come from just 20% of your efforts? When we take that powerful idea and apply it to learning, things get really interesting.
Here's the core idea, and it might flip everything you thought you knew on its head. You should spend about 80% of your learning time creating and applying knowledge, and only 20% of your time consuming new information. I know, it sounds backward, but this is the secret to actually building real, lasting skills. So, that's the principle, but how do you actually do it? Let's get practical. Here are 3 powerful techniques that'll help you make that shift from consumer to creator.
First up, deliberate practice. Now, this is not just repeating something over and over. It's way more focused. You set a very specific, small goal. You push yourself right to the edge of your ability. It should feel a little hard. And then you get feedback so you can adjust and get better. It's all about practicing with a purpose.
Next is a method that sounds a little complicated, but it's brilliant. It's called the Zettelkasten method, and it's basically how you build a second brain. The idea is simple. You capture one single idea on one note. You write it in your own words. That part is crucial. And then you connect that new note to other ideas already in your system. Over time, you build this amazing web of interconnected knowledge that sparks all kinds of new insights.
And finally, let's go to war without illusion of competence. Stop rereading your notes. Instead, try to recall the information from memory. That's active recall. Talk about what you've learned with someone else. You'll find out what you really know. Test yourself constantly. And the biggest one, apply it. Use your knowledge to do something in the real world. That's how you make it stick.
So, let's say you do all this. You flip the ratio, you start creating more than you consume. What's the big payoff? Well, it's about way more than just having a better memory.
The benefits are honestly huge. You get a much deeper understanding of things. Your critical thinking and problem-solving skills get a serious upgrade. Your confidence skyrockets because you know your stuff. And maybe most importantly, you gain the ability to actually make a meaningful impact.
This quote really says it all, doesn't it? Changing how you learn isn't just some productivity hack. It's about changing your role in the world, from someone who just takes things in to someone who contributes something new.
So, the real test starts right now. You just consumed this explainer. The question is, what are you going to create with it? Don't just let it be another bookmark. Use it. Because honestly, the world needs more creators.